In the timeless theater of human emotions, there is a stage where joy and sorrow alternate in an eternal dance, and where the soul seeks refuge from the storm. This refuge, steeped in ancient wisdom, resides in the depths of Greek and Roman philosophy. It is a land where the thoughts of philosophers like Seneca intertwine with the deeds of mythological heroes, offering a compass to navigate the tumultuous sea of our emotions. In this journey, we not seek ephemeral solutions or fleeting distractions. Instead, we seek lessons that have withstood the test of time, teachings that guide us toward self-mastery and inner balance. These lessons, rooted in the stories of the gods and heroes of ancient Greece, resonate with the principles of Stoicism, a philosophical path that promises control and serenity. Like in an ancient Greek temple, the columns of knowledge support the temple of our mind. On the first column is carved the wisdom of Athena, a symbol of intelligence that transcends mere knowledge, inviting us to deep self-awareness. On the second pillar, we find the courage of Achilles, a bold call to directly face our most tempestuous emotions. The third column stands with the image of Odysseus, the hero of adaptability and resilience, teaching us that every emotional storm carries within it the key to its own tranquility. The fourth column carries the strength of Hercules, a metaphor for our inner struggle, a reminder that the greatest challenges are those we face within ourselves. Finally, the last column shines with the precepts of Epictetus, the philosopher who reminds us that it is not the external that governs our being, but our internal response to it. This is an invitation to a journey of inner discovery, a pilgrimage into our psyche where, through the stories and wisdom of antiquity, we can find tools to forge a resilient soul and a balanced mind. Every step on this path brings us closer to the realization of total emotional control, an inner sanctuary of peace and serenity. In the pulsating heart of Greek mythology, the figure of Athena, the goddess of wisdom, shines like a beacon of enlightenment. She represents intellectual clarity and self-awareness, inviting us to navigate cleverly through the waters of our emotions. Athena, with her shining shield and sharp mind, guides us through the labyrinth of our emotions, teaching us that true wisdom lies in knowing, understanding, and ultimately mastering them. Parallel to this, in Greek philosophy, Socrates emerges as the master of inner dialogue. With his famous method of inquiry, he encourages us to question and reflect on our deepest feelings. Know thyself, a Socratic maxim engraved on the temple of Apollo at Delphi, is an invitation to explore the depths of our soul, to recognize our passions and fears, and to govern them wisely. This journey begins with listening. Like Athena, who lent an ear to the supplications of warriors and heroes, we must learn to listen to the voices of our emotions. This listening is not passive, but an active exercise in introspection and understanding. It is in listening that we can discern the difference between a momentary impulse and a deep feeling, between an instinctive reaction and an enlightening intuition. Socrates, with his relentless search for truth, shows us that every emotion has a message to reveal. By exploring the causes and roots of our emotional reactions, we can draw valuable lessons about ourselves and the world around us. This Socratic inquiry thus becomes a tool for self-control and personal growth. In summary, the teachings of Athens invite us on a journey of discovery and emotional mastery. Through the wisdom of Athena and the method of Socrates, we can transform emotional chaos into harmonious order, where every feeling is recognized, understood, and guided towards constructive expression. This path requires courage and commitment, but promises the realization of unparalleled inner strength. Achilles, the demigod hero of the Iliad, embodies courage and strength, but also emotional vulnerability. His story, a mosaic of glory and tragedy, teaches us the value of courage in confronting our deepest and most tumultuous emotions. Achilles faces battles not only on the fields of Troy, but also within himself, revealing that the true battle is fought in the realm of emotions. The courage of Achilles does not lie solely in his warrior skills, but in his ability to confront pain and anger. His wrath, triggered by the loss of his beloved Patroclus, shows us that even the most intense emotions, like grief and anger, have their role in our personal journey. Instead of repressing or denying these feelings, Achilles teaches us to recognize them, to feel them fully, and to express them, transforming them into energy that can guide change and growth. However, the story of Achilles also warns us of the dangers of being completely overwhelmed by emotions. His anger leads to impulsive decisions that have tragic consequences, a reminder that emotional control requires a balance between accepting feelings and wisdom in managing them. The Greek hero encourages us to find a balance between deeply feeling and acting wisely, a balance that is the heart of emotional courage. In our journey toward emotional mastery, the courage of Achilles inspires us not to flee from difficult emotions. He invites us to stay with our feelings, to listen to them, and then to choose actions that reflect not only our hearts, but also our intelligence. This is an invitation to live authentically, recognizing that every emotion, even the most painful, is a step towards greater self-understanding and deeper wisdom. Ultimately, the courage of Achilles is a call to live fully, with the strength to face every emotional storm, knowing that behind every cloud is a lesson waiting to be learned and a new level of inner strength to be achieved. Odysseus, the cunning and protagonist of the Odyssey, represents an emblematic model of resilience and adaptability. His epic journey, dotted with obstacles and trials, is a metaphorical voyage through the emotional challenges of existence. Odysseus faces both physical and emotional storms, showing us that true strength lies in the ability to adapt and persevere in the face of adversity. The resilience of Odysseus manifests in his ingenuity and his ability to remain calm under extreme pressure. He confronts the wrath of Poseidon, the seductions of the sirens, and the threat of the Cyclops with a clear mind and a fearless heart. This teaches us that in the face of emotional turbulence, it is crucial to maintain lucidity, find creative solutions, and not lose hope. The adaptability of Odysseus is another crucial aspect of his character. He demonstrates that it is possible to survive and thrive in a constantly changing world by embracing change rather than opposing it. In our lives, this translates into accepting that emotions change, that new challenges emerge, and that personal evolution is an ongoing process. Odysseus, with his wisdom and cunning, inspires us to navigate the uncertain waters of our emotions with confidence and flexibility. Instead of resisting changes or being overwhelmed by circumstances, we can learn to flow with them, adapting and growing through each experience. His story is a reminder that despite the storms of life, we can always find the way home to our inner center of balance and serenity. Odysseus teaches us that resilience and adaptability are key to emotional control. Through his wisdom and adventures, we learn that our greatest strength is our ability to adapt and grow, to face the storms of life with courage, and to always find the way back to inner peace. Hercules, known as Hercules in Roman mythology, is a symbol of inner strength and overcoming obstacles. His 12 labors, seemingly insurmountable challenges, represent powerful metaphors for the inner battles that each of us faces. Hercules teaches us that true strength is not just physical, but resides especially in the ability to confront and overcome life's most difficult trials. Each labor of Hercules symbolizes an aspect of the inner struggle. Facing the Nemean lion is no different from confronting our greatest fears. The capture of the Erymanthian boar represents our struggle against unbridled and uncontrolled passions. In each of his endeavors, Hercules shows us that true strength emerges in the moment of confrontation with what seems insurmountable. Hercules, through these challenges, teaches us that inner strength develops through perseverance and resilience. It is not immediate success that defines him, but his constant determination and his will to move forward, despite difficulties and failures. This encourages us to see every emotional obstacle as an opportunity to become stronger and wiser. The story of Hercules also reminds us of the importance of self-control and discipline. His extraordinary physical strength, if not guided by clear intention and internal control, could have led to his downfall. Thus, in our lives, we learn that mastering our emotions requires not only awareness of them, but also the discipline to guide and shape them constructively. In summary, the tempering of Hercules inspires us to cultivate an inner strength that can support and guide our emotional growth. He teaches us that every emotional challenge we face is a step on the ladder of our personal evolution, a step towards the realization of unparalleled strength and wisdom. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher of Greek origin, represents the quintessence of emotional control through acceptance and internalization of wisdom. His doctrine focuses on the idea that it is not external events that determine our emotional reactions, but the way we choose to interpret them. Epictetus teaches us that true power lies in our ability to control our thoughts and reactions, an inner strength that no external event can undermine. In Epictetus's philosophy, we find the key to transforming every experience into an opportunity for growth. He asserts that we can face any situation with serenity and determination if we focus our control on what is truly in our hands, our reactions and our inner attitude. This teaching invites us to reorient our attention from external factors to our inner world, where true self-mastery resides. The Stoic practice of Epictetus is not a retreat from responsibilities or life's challenges. Rather, it is an invitation to fully engage in life, but with a new perspective that centers on inner tranquility and emotional resilience. This philosophy guides us to recognize that, although we cannot control external events, we have full control over how we choose to respond to these events. Epictetus, with his life and teachings, inspires us to pursue an inner strength that is impervious to life's storms. He shows us that true emotional control does not come from avoiding challenges or extreme reactions, but from cultivating an inner peace that remains unshakable in all circumstances. His wisdom is a beacon that illuminates the path to a life of serenity, resilience, and emotional mastery. Reflecting on the lessons imparted by mythological figures and Greek philosophers, we have embarked on a journey of inner enrichment and emotional mastery. From Athena to Epictetus, each figure has revealed a different aspect of emotional control, emphasizing the importance of self-awareness, courage, resilience, strength, and inner wisdom. This path teaches us that true mastery of emotions is not found in suppression, but in acceptance, understanding, and transformation of them. Their stories, rich with challenges and triumphs, are not just relics of the past, but vivid guides for our personal growth. In conclusion, the invitation is to integrate these teachings into our daily lives. We can draw courage from Achilles, wisdom from Socrates, strength from Hercules, adaptability from Odysseus, and inner control from Epictetus, thus transforming every experience into a step towards greater serenity and self-understanding. This is the essence of Stoic techniques for total emotional control, an invitation to live with intentionality, strength, and wisdom. And now, I invite you to act. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to not miss our next journeys into ancient wisdom and philosophy. Share this video with those like you who are in search of personal growth and emotional mastery. Comment with your reflections and personal stories of how these ancient lessons impact your life today. Remember, every step you take towards knowledge is a step towards a fuller and more conscious life.